Hey guys, today I am kayaking the Murray River to a place called Kayaking Island. I'm going to test a couple of knives and have some fun solitary time. I've got on at Loxton, which is a town in the South Australian Riverland, and I'm going against the current on the first day and then back to the same spot on the second day. Very nice river. As you can see, I have waterproofed my boots. I'm using the one pack, so everything is in that pack. I will briefly flash up a montage of everything in that pack. The knife on my hip is the Bark River Bravo 1 LT, and tonight I'll be sleeping in a swag, which I'll show you at a later moment.
Don't you wanna get out of Cape Cod tonight? Walk high, the bottleneck is a shit show. Hyannis Port is a ghetto. Out of Cape Cod tonight. The lobster's claw is sharp as knives. Evil feasts on human lives. The Holy Roman Empire roots for you.
So here we are. It's super lush and green right now because until a couple of weeks ago the river was, from where it is now, all the way up. You can see the bottom parts of those reeds are a little bit sort of water scorched. They've all kind of got half killed and then half started growing again. So the river was about up here. We had a massive flooding event. So lots of nice lush green grass to knock about on. Very, very excited to be here. You don't really see green like that in Australia, at least in my part of Australia. I mean, you see it up north where it's tropical, but you don't see green where I am very often. So it's actually quite a nice change. Again, you can sort of see back, if you look past all these reeds here, all that sort of dead bit, that's kind of the usual colour, but that's all been killed off by all this water, and it's been kind of replaced with all this grassy stuff. I have brought my silky saw in case I need to sort of saw any of this sort of stuff up, but I think there should be enough sort of snap off stuff, and I will try and drag some sort of bigger logs over to where I'm camping to make my my main fire, like the body of the fire.
As a young girl, Louis Vuitton
Oh yeah, people sometimes ask me, hey, why do you dress in like your Sunday best to go out camping and stuff? And I guess the answer is, like, when I buy good clothes, which I guess you would sort of probably wear out to like a nicer party or something, they're usually like pretty well made clothes. So this is like an R.M. Williams shirt. And I mean, these brands kind of like, the brands that I buy anyway, like R.M. Williams and Dryser Bone and Canterbury and things like that, they kind of all, they say on all their paraphernalia is all dudes going out and being like stockmen and all that sort of stuff. So I figure it's probably well made stuff. So where would you rather your shirt split? When you're at a wedding? Yeah, that'd be annoying, but it'd be a lot more annoying if you wore a cheap crappy shirt out here and it split and you had some cold draft coming in underneath your armpit all night. So I guess I kind of always wear like slightly nicer or like more expensive or better made clothes or whatever when I go camping, because I guess I don't want them to break, because you do weird stuff like drag logs and things. So I just thought I'd bring that up. Do you guys know what a swag is? You probably do if you're in Australia, but a swag's, I assume in this age of globalization everything is everywhere, but in case you don't, a swag's like a single person tent, and I'll just walk you around it. So it's like you put two sort of half circle poles on each end, like that, and when it's sort of pulled tight through the guide wires and whatnot, it's sort of like a half a cylinder that's just, and it's just for a single person. You can get double swags. They all come with usually some sort of waterproof mattress. It's kind of like heavy waterproof polyurethane material on the bottom and then just canvas on the rest of it. This is an Austrail motorcycling swag, so maybe you have a different name for them in the States or in England. Maybe it's called like a cyclist tent or something weird like that, but it's it's called a swag here, and it's a pretty good way to sleep. They're just a little bit bulky, so this did take up a fair bit of room on the back of the kayak. Just behind my seat there is where I was keeping it, but the swag is what I'll be sleeping in tonight.
You're sitting on. Is your bed made? Is your sweater on? Do you want to fall? Like you know I do. Like you know I do. Well, this feels so unnatural, Peter Gabriel too. Well, it feels so unnatural, Peter Gabriel. Can you stay up to see the dawn in the colors of Benetton?
Oh man. Whoops. Fuck it, I'm sure it'll tie just fine. Whew.
But this feels so unnatural, Peter Gabriel.
Hey, want to see the food that I bring when I go camping? You know that, Scrambled O with his amazing, he's a bushcraft channel. You should really look into him, and Native Survival as well. They both do some amazing recipes. So if you think of those channels, and you say if they were at one end of a line, like a long line that was like as long as a football field, and then like in the middle was like, I don't know, like a guy who goes around just eating bits of grass and like chewing the inner bark out of trees and stuff, like eating like bugs that he finds under bits of dead wood. He's in the middle, right? And then at the end of the line, on the far opposite end of the spectrum, is this guy. Let's have a tour of Le Kitchen. So first of all, I don't eat meat, not really anyway, not a great deal. And when I go camping, you sort of lose out on that, bring bacon and bring all that awesome stuff. So I haven't done that in a long while. So what I get instead is this stuff. So instead I go for, my food isn't junk, I go for healthy. So this is my day snack stuff. So this is heaps of sunflower seeds and almonds and like just that kind of gawpy stuff, cranberries that you get in like the in the supermarket. You have to get it in a little bag for yourself with a scoop. So it's half sunflower seeds and half kind of everything else. And it's definitely, you could live a few days off of this stuff, no worries at all. It's got everything you really need in it to survive. Protein, fibre, minerals and vitamins and all that sort of stuff. So that's good. And it's in a Tupperware container. Tupperware, I know it's all like you have to go to annoying parties and deal with generally annoying pyramid scheme type folk, but geez, it's good stuff. And then moving on here, I've got some Kellogg's breakfast bars, breakfast biscuits, 2 of those. Inside here, these are all frozen still. They'll stay frozen for probably a few more hours. Just like the squeezy juices, so it's like a fruit box but in a bag with a little straw that you poke in. Got like 6 of them. I just like juice, I'm like a little kid. And I've got some Indomie noodles, which is the best of the 2-minute noodles, which I'll cook later in my cook pot on my little stove. And then in here, I have, a mother load of awesome berries. So that's probably like $20 worth of berries in there. But yeah, it's about the best breakfast you can have, I think. Some berries and if I had eggs, I'd make eggs. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Like blueberries, blackberries and raspberries. Probably about as good a food as you can eat. So really, I guess my food isn't terrible. But it's like basic as I don't have to really do anything to it except for maybe boil some water for like the noodles. So hey, I'm surviving. I'm gonna thrive out here. If you bring stuff that you need to cook that's raw, you could mess it up, you could overcook it, you could have nothing. These things here, you don't have to worry about it at all.
Is your bed made? Is it sweat around? Do you wanna? Like you know I do. Like you know I
Apart from digging a 4-foot hole and burying your food, I find that just doing this is nature's refrigerator. It's my berries. It's getting nice and cool from the river currents. I truly think that for stuff that's like still here in Australia that can survive in this place, where there's really not a great deal like that's provided to you, like this isn't, I'm not talking about people here, I'm talking about the plants, the animals and stuff. You have to be pretty decent at living. So it's why you get wood that's super hard and gnarly and twisted. Only the gnarliest and nastiest of wood gets to crawl out of that ground and suck all that water and go a little bit deeper, grow a little bit higher. And that's why when it comes to sawing bits off of it at camp, it takes a little bit longer than you get to see in all your North American guys' videos. And that's one sharp saw. And I mean, I'm not particularly strong, but I was sawing like crazy, and it just takes ages, and the saw is hot, and just everything's a little bit extra in Australia. It's in one way it's very endearing, in another way you just wish you could have some nice soft ponderosa pine as well. Gonna make this brown bag of river water into nice clean filtered water.
take your time.